Friday, Tasmania faced an exceptionally difficult day in terms of the fire threat. We had severe fire danger, particularly across the southeast of the state. Temperatures soared as high as 40 degrees in some areas, including parts of Hobart, and winds even gusted as high as 107 kilometres per hour in parts of the state as well, leading to the dangerous fire situation. And at times there were more than 50 fires burning across the state, and the greatest threat came from the Great Pine Tier Fire. But in terms of what we're seeing over the next couple of days, the conditions are easing. So I'll give you the update on that. Also talk about the New South Wales and ACT heat wave that is continuing across the long weekend. And tropical Queensland, you're facing a drenching, and it's already begun. Let's take a look at some of those details. So first of all, in terms of that fire threat, you can see we've had the cold front moving through overnight into Saturday morning. So this morning we've got calmer conditions now in behind the front, and also cooler conditions for Tasmania as well. But northern parts of Victoria, we've still got a fair bit of heat lingering on into this afternoon, and so that's why we've still got some elevated fire danger in the north of the state. But as we move into tomorrow, you can see winds will be picking up again for Tasmania, but the temperatures not nearly as warm. So we're not looking at fire danger really escalating back up again, thankfully. We will also see cooler temperatures across Victoria on that day. So the fire threat will be easing as we move through into the start of the working week, but by the time we get to the middle or latter end of the week, there is the chance of some extra heat moving back through once again with some gusty winds. So we'll have to keep an eye on that into the future. But for the time being, let's have a think about the heat that has been across Victoria in particular. We had new Victorian records on Friday afternoon. Swan Hill led the charge, 47.5 degrees. That is the hottest temperature anywhere in Victoria on record. New records for Bendigo, Shepparton, East Sale and Kyabram as well, all heading into the mid-40s. So exceptional heat spreading across Victoria with this heat wave that has been moving through. Now the focus has shifted to New South Wales, and so you can see that here for Saturday, the heat particularly across the northwest of the state, heading up into the mid-40s in some areas, but we will see a very weak southerly change. It will really just act like a sea breeze, that southerly, and so that will be impacting coastal parts of Sydney, limiting the heating into the afternoon just a little bit, but nothing substantial. We will see another southerly pushing in on Sunday, and it looks a little bit stronger, bringing a proper cool change for coastal areas, and for southern parts of New South Wales it will be a little bit cooler as well in those southerly winds. But up in the far north, once again, still looking at another hot day, and that heat will linger into Monday as well as it becomes a little bit cooler through the Sydney Basin, including the west on that day. Now finally, up in the far north of the country, we've got a heavy rain event moving through, and this system might be a cyclone at times as it comes across through the Gulf, but as it moves over land, we'll just see a lot of heavy rain drawing in monsoon rain as well. And so by the time we get to the end of the next 8 days, we'll have some areas picking up widespread totals above 400 millimetres, shaded in black on the screen.